High school pupils from 5 provinces protested outside the Department of Basic Education in Pretoria today. They are affiliated to lobby group Equal Education. Leanne Jansen-Thomas, Head of Communications at Equal Education, joins me on the line. Thanks so much for your time on SABC News, Leanne. Equal Education, through those students, handed over what they called a People's Performance Contract. What is that?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm struggling to hear you a little bit, so I'm just going to talk about why Equalizers decided to protest outside the Department of Basic Education today. It was to say to Minister Motshekga, you've had 10 years to curb violence in our schools, you've had 10 years to improve the quality of primary school education, you've had 10 years to eradicate infrastructure that is dangerous and that also infringes on the dignity and right to education of learners. And you've had 10 years to ensure that all learners who need it have access to reliable and safe scholar transport. And the message we put to her was third term lucky, meaning that this third term has to count. We handed over a performance contract to her, the People's Performance Contract, and Equalizers from 5 provinces came together to put their demands in that performance contract, which stipulates deadlines by which Minister Motshekga must meet those demands. And they were around the themes of school safety, school infrastructure, primary school education and scholar transport, and also transparency and accountability in how national and provincial education departments operate.
Okay, Leanne, in Gauteng, MEC for Education, Panyaza Lesufi, is often lauded for his work, but Equal Education feels he's not performed when it comes to the issue of asbestos in schools.
MEC Lesufi is certainly one of the more responsive MECs in this country, and we've seen significant gains in quality education because he is willing to meet with civil society and engage. However, MEC Lesufi is guilty of not complying with the norms and standards for school infrastructure. He is in violation of the norms and standards. Gauteng was meant to have eradicated asbestos schools by November 2016 and has not done so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we've got Steve Mabona standing by and he'll respond to a bit of those issues a little bit later on. Let's step back and take a wider look at the education, basic education sector. Chiedza Simbo, who's a lecturer at Northwest University, says that the issue with basic education in South Africa is that there's no proper definition of what exactly that is. And because of that, government isn't able to fully comply with Section 29 of the Constitution. Do you think that's a correct view?
Well, certainly there's the perspective that we need to define what public education is. But also, we can theorize this all we want, but the issue and the reality is that there are learners who die in plain pit latrines. And we cannot be sitting around theorizing about public education and what basic education is when learners are saying, this is what we need in our schools. This is why I can't learn. This is why I don't feel safe. This is how my dignity is being infringed upon.
Leanne Jansen-Thomas from Equal Education, thanks so much for your time on SABC News. Let's carry on that conversation.